All right, THL. Good to see you. Sako here. We're going to have a wonderful star-studded couple matches tonight with a very established and well-known ops managers, ops stream guy. Wild9, how you doing, Wild9?
Doing good. How are you doing, Sako?
I'm behaving myself, trying to buckle down for this Hurricanes Lee, which is kind of downgraded for us to a tropical storm, and at least in our area. So,
Now, when a tropical storm hits, is this like trees look like they're halfway gonna fall down kind of winds or
it's still blowy, blustery, blurry. Basically, it's a lot of rain, so it's
okay.
kind
You're not supposed to go outside, I assume.
of you can, but it's you gotta get some individuals that choose to battle the windstorm, so debris does fly around. So I guess it turns it into a game of do I survive? So.
Exciting.
Exactly. The thrill seekers that are in the neighborhood, of course. But anyway. But yeah, we have a legacy series that's been suggested by Copa. So Copa is representing Amberflight Gaming, is up against Zetrock there from Valorant Refugees. So no matches played yet, so teams are still at 0-0. So, but Copa having a great season so far at 4-0. Zetrock at 1-3. And trying to think any other things to add on other than their lineup. So Copa's brought some Mage, Shaman, Warlock, and Warrior. Zetrock bringing Paladin, Shaman, Warlock, and Warrior. So did you want to break down what you think before I try and get bans from the players? So
Sure. I mean, three classes the same, so Shaman, Warlock, and Warrior all being brought by both players. Which, is interesting. Warlock definitely has become really popular. All of Amberflight Gaming as a team decided to bring Warlock. And definitely has been more popular on ladder this past week. Warrior being a staple in some sense. The Shaman bring may be a little bit surprising. It's certainly not one of the more popular classes, I would say, in THL, but the Nature Shaman has been making a comeback at least, and there is some flexibility to go totem or evolve or try some different things depending on matchups. But people didn't, Rogue is probably one of the more popular also classes that people have been bringing, and so I do know like some of those other shaman matchups might be more makes more sense when you're facing the rogue. So no rogue from either team. So maybe we'll just see the nature shaman. But that one difference, Mage and Paladin, does make a huge difference, I would say, in this lineup. Mage is pretty comfortable with everything that Zetrock has, except for maybe the Warrior. So I kind of expect Koba to ban the Warrior. Paladin, unfortunately, doesn't really like what they see across the aisle, so to speak. They're probably hoping to hit that Shaman and get that matchup. Everything else is usually pretty unfavored. I mean, might depend on what Warlock they see, but can be a little bit difficult to get that Paladin through. It's not that's the thing that makes me think that maybe they ban Mage or something, not Warrior, because Paladin is somewhat okay against Warrior.
mm-hmm.
Maybe even a Warlock ban, but Mage and Warlock are two of its worst matchups. Maybe you protect the Pally here a little bit and help it out by banning one of the other two classes instead of the Warrior.
Warlock seems to be a interesting. Well, not interesting. It seems to be a default ban when you see the Warrior matchup, I guess.
Yeah, it could be. It could certainly be like if you're bringing Paladin,
Mm-hmm.
then your strategy, your approach is just we're gonna ban Warlock.
Yeah,
That certainly is one line to take. It's just that or that your opponent has Warrior as well.
yeah. That's the
So
other.
that's where you're like, okay, I guess you let it through. But Shaman's not particularly great against Warrior. So in terms of like crafting four classes, right? Like if
Yeah,
the plan is, oh, if we see Warlock, we ban it, you kind of need that other class to be at least, you want to be 50-50 or
that's right.
45-55. And Shaman tends to be a little bit more disadvantaged than that just because Warrior will just out armor you and yeah, make life hard for you to get that combo off. I mean, it could be Totem Shaman or something else, which I guess statistically is supposedly a little better. I think it also kind of depends on how it's played. Warrior still does have a lot of tools for something like Totem Shaman.
All right, I got the bands. So we do have a. Sorry, I'm just typing in their DMs chat. So we have Zetrock banning the mage for Copa. So that just leaves up the generic shaman, warlock, and warrior. And Copa has banned Zetrock's warrior.
Yeah,
So
that makes a lot of sense. Opa banning the warrior, pretty straightforward. Zetrock choosing not to ban the warrior, thinking either mage or warlock there, because mage does look like once the warrior ban is in, mage is just really good against everything pretty much that's left over. So
yeah,
probably just thinking, yeah, if they're gonna ban warrior, then this mage is gonna probably have lots of advantages into the matchups that the Rock is looking at. So think the band makes a lot of sense overall.
all right. So I'm gonna get the players rocking and rolling here. So what do you think is going to come out first for each player?
Yeah, I mean, being that it's legacy, I feel like you can just random and it's fine. Everyone has a different
Mm-hmm.
what's the word? Like preference, I
Approach.
guess.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, some people like to play the disadvantaged one first, some people like to play their best first. So I know that in this since in THL we do care about the points, people tend to at least try to start with what is more advantageous. But actually, if you really look at it, that first match in particular really doesn't matter. That's the one where I feel like can probably roll out the one that, like in my mind, I guess I'm saying like if Zetrock was worried about the Paladin, that might be the space where you just start Pally first, and then if you do lose that matchup, then you start thinking about the points, right? Like,
Yeah.
can I get at least 2 points? Because you don't want to lose your best matchup. You don't want Copa to go Shaman first and then just get it through, because certainly Shaman first for Copa is definitely possible.
Yeah.
There's some thought process, especially in the first match. Even if you are playing for points, kind of like just put the Paladin out there and see, because even if you go in reverse order, even if you win the first two, Paladin's going to have to face a bad matchup, right? So in theory, it doesn't really matter. But like I said, this is legacy. It's conquest. In conquest, basically you can just random, and it's usually pretty fine.
Yeah. That's what I was just going to remind our viewers that this particular uh, Legacy series is based off of the Conquest format. So, all right. See the players show their eyeballs there. So we're going to watch Zetrock first to be at the bottom of the screen with Copa at the top of your screen. So, Copa bringing Shaman, which I'm really shocked. Copa is like a Shaman king for those
Yes,
individuals out there
yes.
that don't know Copa. So, armor vendor,
Well,
and yeah, okay. What did Copa keep? Overdrafts. So he brought nature. So
yeah. Looks like it's most likely control Warlock from Zetrock.
yep, especially with that mortal eradication spell.
Yeah. I mean, I've seen the reason why I say most likely is that I have seen that Thaddeus locks run the armor, and also you can tech this if you're expecting aggro, but it doesn't look like it. It looks like this is almost definitely control, especially now that there's two mortal eradications. That would not be as normal as something like Thaddeus. I don't think that you can have the space to run that quite that much removal.
And it's been a while since I played Nature Shaman, so they don't really have minion outside of a few.
Yeah, I mean, in this matchup, you're looking for the card that Copa has found, which is Inza.
Mm-hmm.
That's probably the most important card that you want to see, just so they can later on set up for your combos more easily. Having the Feral Spirits on 3 could be okay. I think like you are the aggressor here, but it's not exactly like Control Warrior is gonna pressure you in any way.
Right.
Sorry, Control Warlock.
Control Warlock, yeah.
Oh, also draws the weapon, so could also just equip that, but you're not going to be playing Overload on 4 because you want to play Inza on 5.
Mm-hmm.
So the line that plays Feral Spirits and then follows up with Stormlord to draw cards too, like that seems pretty good. But then, I mean, I guess like basically in your mind, you're thinking turn 7 is the kill turn then, because let's like I don't know, this is what I would do. I plan ahead, right? So you could play. They're going with a different line, but you could play Feral Spirits on 3, Stormlord on 4, Inza on 5, and then on 6 play the Jazz base. And then basically on 7 is when or actually on 6, you can pull the Flash of Lightning and then on 7 go off. But this is all assuming that you draw a little more damage because, of course, in hand, we don't have any real damage yet.
Right. Just been slow rolling for Zetrock there, so just collecting cards.
Yeah, but see, I'm like, I just always believe that you're gonna draw the damage and find it. So I would have just gone for it anyway and just been like, look, this is Nature Shaman. It's basically Miracle Rogue or like, you know, old school Garrote Rogue that just tries to kill you with a combo pretty early in the game. So I think I would have taken a more aggressive line. But I get it in this matchup because probably the line Copa is taking is pretty safe. Again, Warlock's not going to kill you anytime soon, even if they get Sargeras on 9 or heck on 6.
Right.
Like, what does that really do? Like, not much. Like, they're forced to maybe make 6/6s and try to come after you, I guess. But that's basically a perfect curve, right? So you're probably not going to play around that. And, seeing Zetrock not have the location to create pressure kind of makes sense that you can take a much slower approach.
Zetrock thinking about their choices right now. There's really not much to look at from a Nubiseth would be kind of a waste right now because you'd like to have that. Was it Force of Wills? I can't remember what the location was called.
So this is a very interesting play in my mind to shuffle the deck.
Yeah.
I'm not quite sure what you're looking for. I assume, actually, I do know. I think it should be the Symphony. Basically,
Symphony.
It feels like Sargeras is too slow on 9. So if you get the Symphony, then you can play it on 5 on curve, and then hopefully get the Sargeras back into hand. There it is.
Right on turn.
Time, yeah.
So, are you interested in doing the 6-card discard?
I think you're mostly looking for draw. I think the Pride is what you take here, because Sargeras on turn 6, which is what I was just talking about, being the perfect curve. Like, that is probably your way to win here, is just to create intense pressure. Okay, that also creates pressure, but I think that more consistent pressure is probably better. I probably would have taken Pride, but that does create pressure for sure.
I mean, the 7/9 is pretty large minion on this.
Yeah, you do get an 8/9 follow-up with the Watcher of the Sun. It hit the Watcher, which is a good hit. If it hits Sylvanas, I think that could feel a little bad, although I guess you could kill this 5/5, but
yeah.
Looks like on Copa's side, starting to go for the combo, which makes a lot of sense. And just push the 5 to face.
Feels like go time.
So, yeah, this is part of what's complicated. Like, should Zetrock have traded to save 5 life? Like, I'm not sure. I guess you have to go face. I guess you have no choice.
Yeah.
This seems solid.
So
I would think here though a little bit about healing. I guess you have Armor Vendor. There was a max healing of being able to use Watcher of Sun, forging it, playing it out, and then also getting the Armor Vendor, so putting yourself at 34. While also still you won't be able to do 7 to face. That's the biggest drawback. Oh, interesting. Okay, Drain Soul for the life gain.
And then bump.
So a little bit of life gain. All right, so this is pretty good. It does create pressure and allows you to. I mean, it's only 3 health difference from what my play was suggesting, so I think that makes a lot of sense. Gives you tempo as well. It's just in my mind, I would just max HP just because I know that this is it, basically. Either we live or we die here. So,
Some
uh,
easy picks there for Copa.
yeah, this looks like a pretty clean turn. You still have the jazz bass. Oh my God. You just still have the jazz bass swing. And it's going to be double bio and drawing cards. Just draw. Why not? Just draw more. It's fine. Yeah, that's like way too much. This is an insane amount of damage.
So what does
There,
Copa?
yeah.
What's Copa counted here?
I mean, he
What
could
are
have
we at?
done. Copa could. Yeah. Okay. Double bio. Right. Okay. Cool. Just
Nine,
because, you know. Just
19,
because 19 0 mana lightning bolt seems good.
0 cost. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
So Copa just barely got there. Over the top shaman. So
We'll say I
there's
really like how Zetrot did play that though. I mean, like that turn, even though not maxing out HP, like
yeah,
I do think it makes a lot of sense to create pressure since that is the only way you win, right? The only way you win is that he doesn't like your opponent doesn't find it in that moment, and then you can somehow counter pressure lethal something. You just can't let the game go long. So I think that's a very reasonable middle ground play that he made there to keep 2/7/9s at the end of that turn. Give yourself at least a chance. But Shaman just when Nature Shaman draws perfect, especially when you're a control warlock, it's
yep.
very difficult.
So could see Copa come out with a warrior this round, possibly, and match 2 warrior
Yeah.
versus shaman. So
Now Paladin's not coming out for a while. It's gonna hide.
Paladin is going to stay parked. So Zetrock, what kind of shaman is this one?
This could. Okay, no, the jam session is confusing.
Yeah, that's what I was looking at. It's like, this isn't warrior, is it?
The dredge can still that technically there are nature shamans that do run that card. That's an Alakir.
Okay. So
I actually let me look around. I'm not really aware of Alakir being in any list actually.
maybe it's just like with closed deck list in the Legacy series, you can bring little gems like that to throw off your opponent. So
Yeah.
this just looks like a control warrior for Copa.
So this seems to be a big shaman.
Could be, yeah, with chill vibes. That maybe is that what HSR is spitting out of
Well,
us?
the only diamond through legend deck that runs Alakir is big shaman.
Okay,
We do see Alakir. We do see the Titan that is run. Um, Thaddeus might be in this deck as well.
the big Thad.
Jam Session is in Big Shaman as well. So
Okay, so
yeah, chill vibes. Yeah, okay.
from our educated guess is going to be Big Shaman, which I've never played, but I was interested in.
It's been a while since I've even looked at this deck, to be honest. Mainly because yeah, it doesn't run. This is like sorry, in my head, I think it should be like an evolved shaman basically that runs that 7 mana card that spits out a bunch of different
Yeah, the
minions, right? It's like
6/5/4 and minions, right? The
yeah,
discover. I shouldn't say
that is
discover,
not
but
what this deck is doing.
no, this one's having trouble.
Yeah, I'm curious like what about the big shaman? I don't know if it's something they play often. I don't see it having great matchups into what we're seeing here. Like I don't doesn't seem to be that great against control warrior or he banned the mage, right? So or
Right.
warlock. I don't know. Maybe it's good in the shaman mirror, but unfortunately that's gone. I'm trying to think of what this deck functionally does. Like it looks like it survives and then it tries to scam a win, right? Essentially.
By going Going big.
Yeah, I don't think you wanted then Alec. Oh no, I guess it's okay to have Alakir in hand as long as you can get Thaddeus out for cheap somehow.
Yep, that makes sense. Anybody in chat that knows a little bit more about Big Shaman can educate us a little bit more if
I
you
know.
played it more. Like I said, I've never played it. Primordial will be interesting, but you're not really. Yeah, okay, that makes sense.
I mean, if you get a Thaddeus out somehow, sorry, like I guess it's Frost Whisper. I guess you're playing Bone Lord Frost Whisper, which means that for the rest of the game, your first card costs 0.
Mm-hmm.
You die in 3 turns. You get Thaddeus out for 0 on the right, on even, I think. And that allows you to play Alakir and Criminal lineup for basically nothing.
Gotcha. Okay, so
So
that
you
just
play Alakir, you make 4 of them, and then you can jam session them for free as well. So I think that's probably the line.
so Copa's fascinated with the list so far. I think there isn't really too much to, I guess, outside of the Scalding Geyser to kind of give it away. That it's a big shaman.
Yeah. Even the Geyser, there are old lists of Nature Shaman that were running this card. I don't think they're that popular anymore, but I'm guessing that now Copa knows what's up, and also, he plays a lot of shaman, so I would be
Yeah.
surprised if, like, I probably he's like, okay, I understand what this is now.
Yeah, I got you. So
Just thinking about what that max damage is, 6 times 4 is 24. If you buff before that with Jam Session, then we are talking about an insane amount of damage, actually. Like, because you'd be duplicating 6 attack minions, so 12 times 4,
mm-hmm.
and you're running double Jam Session, so that could be even higher. So the like armor gain, you can get through the armor basically if you are able to pull off that perfect combo. But I guess actually he has all but 2 pieces in his hand, which is interesting.
So you got Thaddeus is part of the puzzle.
Yeah, it would be Thaddeus, Alakir, double Jam Session. He's missing the 8 mana. I'm so bad with names.
Me too. So
The criminal lineup, and also the Bone Lord Frost Whisper.
okay.
I think with those two, and a minimum of 8 mana, I believe, they can do that combo.
It's Primordial coming out.
Oh, interesting. I don't. Interesting.
Hit
He
Thunder.
seems to be like Zedrock seems to be valuing the lifesteal quite a lot, which is just interesting. And also transform into a 3/3 copy of minion. So cover artist adds even more damage over the top. So yeah, like I guess this is like an infinite damage deck functionally. It's like
Let's
I
go
mean, if you
big.
have all the pieces,
Yes.
and yeah, so we're looking for 2 cards basically to be able to go off.
And my most hated card of this expansion is
But you have a primordial wave, which is beautiful.
yeah.
So
You can change the landscape a little bit. What are they? Ones? So yeah, you could have a bunch of penguins.
yeah,
Cute little baby penguins.
you can even tap first if you want. I do think he does want to draw though. There's got to be some thought here about drawing. You do have a very full hand, so you could.
Yeah.
Oh no, you can't toss anything. I'm wondering how many minions are left even in the deck though. I think there might just be 1. I think
Wow. That was a good hit.
that's possible. Yeah.
Okay. Got to be mindful of obviously the overload as well. So
Yeah, I kind of think that pression was. I always want to say pre-science.
me
That's
too.
just what it looks like.
The way it reads, yeah.
I think that might have been the play though, because there's literally 1 minion left, and it's the combo minion.
Okay.
I don't know though. Because then you could have played it this turn. Yeah, you're under a little bit of pressure, but who cares? Kinda.
Yeah.
Like it's Control Warrior, like there's no Odin on 8, so you're fine now. Like I guess that admittedly that the play I was suggesting was going to be heavily penalized
There you go.
if they played Odin on 8. So
there's
you
your
also have to
Frost
kill
Whisper.
this minion.
Yep.
Which your opponent has no way of transforming. But you also don't have criminal lineup yet, which is another problem. Oh, we're gonna primary this just to get it out of our hand, I guess. Sure. I guess you're not gonna play that after you play the 6-drop.
Get some decent.
Oh, you know what? Maybe this is bait. Maybe this is like, please prison now so that I can play the Frost Whisperer and somehow kill it later. Because technically he could kill it himself with the Titan. But then again, you only have 3 turns to get the criminal lineup. Because I don't know if you have a way to. You need criminal lineup to get the damage in.
Okay. Some
refuse to take the bait.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because I guess prison is the way out. Like if you prison this Frost Whisper and it's a transform effect, then you're dead. Game is over. I mean, you don't see an Odin, so I guess you're not under any real. I mean, this is pressure, obviously, but like you can deal with this. Oh wait, I thought that we might play Titan. Wow, this is
okay.
This is interesting.
So they're.
I think that we could have taken a slower line and played this Titan. But I don't know this deck very well, right? So like maybe the Titan has more value than I'm giving credit for. Just feels like maybe the Titan is just a way to. I mean, in fact, we have drawn cards. How many overload cards in the deck?
Ooh.
Because criminal lineup is an overload card, so we can just tutor it out. I think we would have overdrawn. Oh, that's kind of annoying.
That one there, yep. So how many cards? Oh, there's another.
Well, now your opponent just has to survive 3 turns, and then they're good. So we're going to see a huge armor gain. But see, this could actually be lethal if it's off the top.
All right, and it's
That's not it. But we can trade that and look for it. We can also draw it with Titan. Like we could play the Titan for 0, and then we have 3 turns. Actually, this makes a lot of sense because you can draw 3 overload cards with the Titan.
Do you want to trade first just to see what card you get?
Well, we have to throw away some cards somewhere, which is like really it's just really annoying. Like I guess you throw the Altered Chord, but it costs so much mana. But that's fine actually because it's discounted by 3. So I think the play is Titan, Altered Chord, and then draw your overload cards, and hope that you hit the criminal, whatchamacallit, and then go from there. At least that's what I'm seeing. Again, having no experience with this deck at all, and just totally guessing at what we're supposed to be doing here.
So you heard this right, folks. Wild9 is predicting the proper play.
I mean, because next turn, Thaddeus will be on even.
Yep.
So if you do draw criminal with this, and you draw your 3 overload cards, you will need to hit. Okay.
Hey.
Oh, there it is. So we don't care about any of this stuff, probably. Nope. I mean, I guess we could have played Flash of Lightning just for fun. Like, I think I would have probably preferenced that, but.
So here we go.
Okay, what is actually the max damage? Since I'm assuming Copa is just going to armor like crazy here.
I can't see not. So get rid of the Titan.
So the Windlord is going to be a 9 attack minion. You're going to get a 3/3 copy of that as well as 3 more copies of it. So there'll be 4 9 attack minions. So 9 times 2 is 18, 18 times 4.
My math is terrible right off the hop. So that's
72.
60? 72, okay.
72 and then plus 6 more, so 78. So I don't think, no, our opponent is not getting to 78. Like, it's just not happening. Okay, so as long as you do this in the right order, it's over. Oh, wait, what? Maybe I don't know this combo. Oh, that's even better. Okay, got it.
Here we
now
go.
Everything's free. Okay. Cool. I didn't even see that. That's great.
So odd and even. Gotcha. Okay.
Interesting.
Criminal lineup.
No, they're both even, but it makes all your 8 cost cards cost 0. So that's just insane. Like he has 10 mana left over.
There we go.
Cool.
Why can't we be friends?
Yeah,
All
maybe this
right.
deck is actually totally good against these matchups. It's just people don't know how to play it, so the win rate looks really bad on HSR.
Well, it looks like it's like hoard your cards, find those particular key pieces, and you're golden. You just smash them in the face. Because
Yeah, maybe. I mean, HSR is saying at Legend it's a 40-60 in favor of the Warrior. So, but I mean, that kind of makes sense as a deck where it's just, does Warrior draw Odin early enough? And do you draw your combo pieces, right? Because you do have a lot of combo pieces, but you also have ways to tutor them. And so that was really good play, obviously, by Zet Rock there. Like
yep,
just seeing the line, knowing how to get everything out at the right time, and having a sense for when they needed to kind of go, right? That was very good. So yeah, all tied up.
we are educated, so it's all tied up in 1-1.
Yeah, that was fun. That tells me like, oh, okay, Shaman has an extra deck that I can do some interesting things with against control.
So go out there and play some big shaman, folks.
I don't know if that's the lesson, but sure. We can say that that's the lesson.
What? Copa would be very disappointed.
All right. Well, the control lock gets another good matchup. Having Copa cue the warrior again.
I almost would have probably queued up Warlock myself, but anyway.
Yeah, I mean, Warlock has a better
Ooh.
matchup in the 50-50 and
Mm-hmm.
certainly is good against pure Paladin. But what if it's not control Warlock? I think it is, but I don't know. If it's Curse Warlock or something else, then maybe that's the reason. I'm not sure.
Right.
Oh, actually, no, not Curse Warlock. It'd have to be like, no, I can't even think of it. I'm not really sure. Maybe it's just,
The
we got to get the
Chad.
win with the warrior eventually.
Oh,
I mean,
okay.
even
Yeah.
Chad. I think that I think that control warlock. I think any of the warlocks are better than warrior in this matchup. I think, if you're assuming that your opponent is playing control lock as their warlock, I don't think there's a warlock that is. I think all the warlocks are better than playing control warrior into this matchup, but we'll see.
All right.
I will say that the one thing I was thinking about was the PR disparity, right? Like this is a pretty high PR disparity, relatively speaking, between the two players. Like maybe it's in contention for BGH, maybe.
Yeah, we're looking at just quickly looking at almost. I wouldn't say completely double, but it's almost there.
It's like 180, right?
Yeah. So
Something like that.
my calculator 407 minus 229 178. So
Copa holding his breath there a little bit as we burn 6 cards off the top. No, no Odin though. No Odin burn.
well, that would be my goal from a warlock standpoint is try and get that burn card and try and get Odin out of here.
Yeah, the other choices weren't great at all. So makes a lot of sense. Just didn't hit, unfortunately. Ignis still in hand and Odin still in the deck, so
Yeah.
could be tough.
Ooh.
Fizzle, we're really going late here.
Just keep recycling some of the fantastic cards that come out of that symphony.
Yeah, I mean, I do think I mean, I don't think you play it here. I don't think your hand is that great. No, second Astalor, maybe it's okay, but you either play this 5/5 just on tempo, or you. Okay, tapping is interesting. Oh, there's a Sagaris. It's always nice.
Yep.
Especially in this matchup when once you get the taunts rolling, you just make life a lot harder for the warrior.
Yeah, it gets annoying when you're battling. If you had a chance to buff, well, it would buff, right? It's buff and taunt, right? So
Yeah. Definitely still winnable after that comes down on 9, but it's just really annoying. It's not fun.
Oh, I don't remember seeing that
No
in
forge
control.
yet.
Yeah, no 4G. Now, how many times when I first started this expansion have I played that card and remembered that I didn't forge? Whoops! It's not yellow, folks. Can't use it.
Yeah, now that they've added the whole yellow thing, it does definitely help remind you, right? Like,
Yeah.
but I definitely get it how in the like I'm not really that used to the yellow thing in general sometimes, so I just assume like, I have to figure it out myself, right?
Yep. Flip side, we see Copa's yellow Ignis. So, there we go. Is it Ignis or Eat? How do you pronounce it? It is
I think
Ignis.
it's Ignis, yeah.
The 5 spot. Don't know what you'd pick there. I didn't see right away. No buff. Of course, 4-cost minion would be alright. After your hero attacks.
This is a pretty interesting line, in part because I was kind of curious if
Wind
they were
Fury.
going to play that last turn, actually. Like, play
Ah. Ignis?
do the Forge and the Ignis last turn. It would have
Mm.
been 6 mana. Um, and equipping the weapon made me kind of think that they were going to go for a 10 drop and not a 5 drop for the weapon. But I guess maybe they wanted to see one more turn, see if they get Odin on curve or anything. And then missing that, they decided, okay, it's time to do a little more pressure.
Okay.
Wow, this is cute.
let's
I low
let's
key want
let's
to see. I want to actually see this fizzle and like play 2 Sargerises, but I don't think we'll ever get there.
No, I don't think so. That and 2 Ignis, you'd have
Yeah.
infinite weapon, 10/10
Yeah, I
weapon,
don't
or
think that's happening.
no.
Oh, there's a course rift, so we can probably draw. There's 2 other minions still. Oh, we do get
Odin,
the Odin though.
Odin gets it. Some
So I'm
pew pew going
assuming,
action.
yeah, I see
Bam.
Odin on 9.
And Copa armoring up and throwing 2 to the face. Oh my goodness.
Okay. Yeah, this is the reason why we don't play Fizzle in my opinion, because what are we gonna do with this dead draw? Unfortunately, just came right off the top.
Wow. It's like, okay. Let me rip that real quick, see what happens.
I think the Astalar is the play. I think it's good to get the 8 drop into your hand, just so it's a threat. I mean, you're gonna play Sargeras on 9,
Would you
even with
forge?
Odin, I think.
Would you forge?
I know that that's what they're thinking. I guess that's fine. You could also eradicate this. Yeah, you could also eradicate this, which is also fine. I think this makes a lot of sense actually because you're trying to keep the board as clear as possible
Mm-hmm.
for Sargeras to come down. But we're gonna see Odin almost for sure. Or we'll
And
probably see a trade or something.
if Fizzle
First
comes
turn.
out and you get Aslor on tap, so anyway.
Yeah. Ooh, interesting. I'm wondering why they didn't just rip the verse riff there. They would have drawn another card too, and it would have been more damage. Maybe they're waiting for something to burst with the verse rift. I'm not sure.
Hmm.
I don't. I think you still Sargeras, but you could just be dead. I think that's the really scary part here. Your opponent in hand does have a Wind Fury weapon
Drain Soul.
and a bash.
Drain Soul twice and hit. Get that
I
11 off
mean,
the board.
oof. I don't know. This all kind of feels bad. Um, because it does feel like you need to find a window for Sargeras. Now that Odin's down first, it
Mm-hmm.
does feel very awkward. And I'm not sure. I mean, I guess I would agree. Like I mean, because you could gamble. No, you can't gamble actually. Yeah, this is probably correct.
Maybe. Yeah, okay. That's what I was going to suggest. Is the sun Watcher? The sun kicks out. Play it. Get
Yeah.
healed.
So theoretically,
Gross.
the correct order would have been to do that first because you could have gotten really lucky and hit removal with the holy there.
Mm-hmm.
but this is fine. Are you just dead though? Like 30 damage deals seems weirdly possible sometimes, especially with Wind Fury. Yeah, I think you're just dead. This Wind Fury weapon is just
Well,
gonna
let's
kill
see.
you. Oof,
So yeah,
that's
it's
rough.
dead. Yeah,
And then
Copa.
some.
Copa doing 20. Copa doing 23.
Yeah, the thing is, I don't think any play would have saved you there. Like
No.
I'm trying to think of like the Sagaris doesn't really help either. You're still probably dead. I think there was a play with uh maybe not because of the bash. Like, the bash doesn't get rid of a 3/4. Yeah, weirdly maybe the taunt would have kept you alive, but I don't know how you can guess that.
Yeah. Well, into game 4. Copa up 2. Zetrock at 1. So Zetrock has a choice between Warlock and Paladin, while Copa has the hard choice of picking either Warlock or Warlock.
Yep. All
There.
right, Warrior gets through, so we'll see in this mirror what happens. I will say that overall, Zedrock has played really well. Like,
Yes. Yeah.
I don't know, the PR difference doesn't feel like it's a thing here at all, honestly. Kind of surprised that Zedrock's PR isn't higher. Maybe it's just luck, bad luck.
It could be that I don't recognize their name in THL, so it could be just the first season for them.
Yeah,
Which I believe Valorant refugees are fairly new, except for a few members that have been here before. So,
yeah.
all
And
right.
also maybe the Rock is willing to play strange decks like Big Shaman, which,
Yeah.
might not always work out in every matchup.
But they've shown that they are patient and know what they're doing with their cards. So,
Yeah, I played it really well.
do you throw this Forge for Wills on the board? Yeah. Okay. All right.
I think so. Doesn't do anything, but this matchup is about not doing anything for a while, so
You're
might as
not.
well
You're
set
not.
yourself up.
You're not feeling oppressed by that 1/1 on the board,
Not at all. We have Armor Bender, it's fine.
bro. Go home. Go home with your 1/1.
We can make a 1/3 rush if we want.
Yeah. There's a card that Copa hasn't seen yet. Just Blade Master Okani.
Seems fine on curve. I don't know what you choose though. Yeah, I guess there's not really much value to playing it now. Maybe you just play a 3/3 instead. It's more pressure.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't again know why we want this snapshot though. I guess double symphony. It's
Yeah.
pretty good actually. Yeah.
Yeah. You could probably play that. Burn
Ooh,
the crap out of him.
we do make a fast 3/3. That's kind of cute.
There you go.
Why not? Does Ignis come down on 4 and then we pick a 5 weapon? Oh no, Symphony's on 5, so we can coin this Symphony if we want.
I think that's a good idea. I concur. Or you can just go mad crazy and hit the button and throw a random 2 card out. But Copa's not Saku, so vice versa.
I think coin Symphony is fine. I'm trying to think of why we would do. Okay, I guess we're looking for a 5-drop.
See what he picks. 10.
Oh,
10 was
well,
highlighted.
they're hovering. Yeah.
So 5
Okay,
it
this
is.
is a 5.
So immune, poisonous, or damage adjacent. Damage adjacent seemed okay. This
Draw
kind of
some cards for some reason.
These kind of stink right now, but
Yeah, maybe it's the battle cry. Yeah, it's either draw cards or the battle cry, I suppose.
so what do we get out of that? Fantastic. Damage adjacent and 4 damage, okay.
But I'm still not clear why. Like, aren't we playing Symphony on 5 almost no matter what? I can't imagine not.
I think that's draw cards, remove top 6. That'd be okay. Do we see it?
I think that Envy is the best here. I don't see
Mhm.
why we desire. I don't see why we draw 6 cards and burn 1 and then burn 2.
For content. That's why we would do that for greed. See, greed and content.
I don't know. Maybe you're thinking desire for some odd reason. Oh, we are going for it.
Oh, okay.
We just want to find
Zet-Rock showing us
Sargeras,
stuff.
but we're not going to find. Oh, okay. We
Ouch.
did not burn Sargeras.
Ooh.
We almost burned Sargeras.
I was just going to say, did it go bye-bye? No, it did not. Oh.
Okay, so now actually the question is on 6. Do you swap? Do you Sir Finley this because your symphonies your movements are now in the deck, and then you can pull Sargeras for cheap, or do you just play super slow?
Well,
because Sargeras on 9 is good enough. I guess it depends on if you see your opponent pull movement or pride, which they will.
They do the pride, so that would mean
now maybe you have to cycle.
Yep. So Copa doing. Oh, I guess that's okay.
Oh, we're not gonna cycle. I feel like we can cycle. Come on, just do it. It's fine. It's fine.
No coaching, Wild 9. No coaching.
this Loken is like, what is it gonna pull? It's gonna pull nothing. You already have a 7/7 in your hand. Come on. Okay, no, I know it's super risky. I don't know if that's actually the right play, but you just know that your opponent is gonna be. Oh, actually, your opponent had Sargeras in hand. My bad. So they pulled Gigafin off of that pride.
Yes.
So you're actually fine. Yeah, you could just pressure. This is great. You could just Anuba Seth and make a 7/7. Like make 2 7/7s, I should say, one that can attack though.
Right.
I'm actually curious what they're discovering. Maybe you discover the 8-drop. That's also possible. I'm not 100% sure what else you want to tutor. My feeling of Jailer or the Loken is usually it's for Sargeras.
Okay. They picked this, so Loken's not coming out to play. Dream Soul and hit with the okay, and then 3 to face. And then
and make a 7/7, yeah?
Do you not make the 7/7? They did not make a 7/7.
Oh, interesting.
Maybe, well, yeah. I don't understand.
I'm just so afraid of Sargeras that I understand. Maybe it's like if they play Sargeras on this turn, which is maybe what they're expecting, they will just pool the whole thing, right? So they'll just whatever, they'll destroy all the minions, and so your 7/7 is gone anyway.
Okay.
So actually, this is pretty smart. It saves you that charge because you are expecting Sargeras to come down on this turn. But lucky for Zed-Rock, Sargeras is already in hand. So, and I assume they will learn that as soon as they see no Sargeras come down for 3 mana.
Lighted Burns.
Lighted Burns. Wow.
That's a nice punch in the gut.
It's so rough, man. Just want to catch a break. Here's Zed-Rock there.
Speaking of Giga.
Oh, it's so awkward now.
Yep. Turn 6, turn 7. What are you expecting? Blade Master would not be good here.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. There's not really an easy way to clear anything. Maybe you're trying to draw for something, but I'm not even sure what you're drawing for. This version of the deck doesn't play the single target removal card.
The Siphon Soul or
the 1 mana thing, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, Reverberations, right?
Oh yeah, that would work too.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if Reverb is in this card. I was thinking about
I don't think so.
You like sacrifice 1 of your minions.
Oh, right. That's I don't know. It's that card with the 1 mana, like you said. So chat can help us out. Actually, Azalea's on in chat. So Azalea, come on, help us ops out here, dude.
Sylvanas is good.
Okay.
That is a card. So annoying though that you can't do anything with this. Yeah, I agree with just holding it. Seems fine.
Tempting.
Okay, I will say one more thing about this Sylvanas. Like, if you take control of the Titan, just don't use the Titan's powers. Because it doesn't work for your portal. I guess you can use nether, whatever. You can destroy everything. That's fine. To the void. You can use to the void.
To the void. All right.
Ugh, so many 8 attack stuff.
Nasty. Let's go 16 to your head. So that's what happened. Hey, there's reverberation. Speak of the devil. Okay. Um,
Yeah, Gigafin. The biggest downside to Gigafin is once they kill. I mean, I would just assume that they kill the 7/4. They do get rushers, but the 8/9 that means that they can't go face, and then your Sargeras can come down and wipe the board.
do the shop vac action. Reverberating.
Oh, interesting. Okay,
And
this does. I'm sure there's a clear here though with this.
so rush, bump, that. Probably a defile is coming out with the 1, 2, 3.
Eradication will kill everything if you do eradicate,
Oh, yeah. Yep. That's right. I forgot that card was there. So
but the last 2 mana feel a little awkward.
tour guide hitting the 8/6. Yep. Tour guide hitting whatever was left.
Yeah.
He's our pinch hitter, cleanup guy. All right, coin and Sargeras coming down.
Followed by counter Sargeras.
So
Do you build a taunt? Yeah, I thought so. I think that's fine. Yeah, you can't just destroy it with your 6-drop. You can also to the void everything, but then you're going to get 3/2s if they have removal, which is kind of annoying. And they're going to get 3/4, so that's not the best.
Sylvanas.
I don't know. Some part, again, not being an expert in this matchup, some part of me feels like you just have to get um, your portal up, but I could be wrong. I don't even know what you would like. I think you have to void, like to the void too. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. Like that's okay. So you're just gonna compete. I think that's it. Just scares me a little bit. Yeah, I realize you can also charge one of these things down, but it just scares me. But it might be correct because you can't just make 3/2s while they're making 3/4s. Like
Yep.
that could also just basically functionally be lethal, essentially, because you have a way to answer this to the void if that's what they play here. If they play to the void here, you do have a way to answer it. So I think this is probably correct. Like this is probably the cleaner and more intelligent
Long
like
game
long
plan.
term.
Yep.
Yeah, exactly. Just almost definitely correct here.
Okay, so Copa. That Runex is hovering. He was hovering that. Also mimicking the 6/12.
Yeah, I was wondering, do you ever reverb? So apparently that is a thing that we can do. Um, I don't know I'm gonna assume that if you use the ability on the reverbed one, it will hit your own portal, but I'm not 1,000%. Oh, nope, it does not. Okay, we learned something.
Okay.
Wait,
One.
he's so they're making 6/6s of their own, and oh, they didn't use their own ability.
Oh, fizzle.
Oh, Fizzle didn't get burned, so we're fine. We're fine, everyone, because we have another movement in there. Okay,
Continue.
so Sylvanas can actually steal the Sargeras, but you can't really use the Sargeras for anything because again, it won't hit your own portal as demonstrated by Copa in the last turn. You can use to the void, so you could steal it and then void everything, but that I don't know if that.
That seems
Yeah, it
weak.
feels very strange because it's a 6 mana clear the entire board. Uh, I guess what do you do? Oh, but you can do movement of sloth behind that. So maybe that's good enough. But you would just sacrifice. I mean that you can get 3 damage to face too. So oh no you can't. No you can't. You can't. Yeah, you have to sacrifice your 3/1. Oh, so okay, yeah, we're not gonna steal it. We're just gonna kill it
Just kill it.
and find another way to clear the minions, perhaps. Okay,
6/6
good.
reborn.
6/6.
Tap.
Okay, gonna go face with the 3/1.
Ooh. Yeah, I guess they had no choice there. So you get 2 taunts, 1 reborn.
Yeah.
So your Copa, your Gigafin in it.
Yeah, are you gigafinning with a 13/10? You did see their primary removal or Sylvanas, come down. A 13/10 minion is pretty difficult now to but the Gigafin will respond back though, of course. We can see that, but this also pushes 7 damage to face. Oh no, it doesn't. But yes it does. In many different ways it will. Interesting to value the life total there. Could have swung into it and done 4 damage to face instead of 3. But I guess that 1 extra damage is not enough to justify.
Okay.
So
This'll
you have
Gigafin
to
this.
Gigafin?
Yeah.
Yeah, don't you have to? I'm trying to think if there's any
You're,
other way out.
you're dead either way. You're dead if you don't. Put it that
Right.
way.
And then you just play this Astrolore probably. If
Start
you
the.
could also fizzle, but if you fizzle, the main reason is just to get the other movement in your hand, which maybe feels too slow. It's possible.
Yeah. Giga.
Then Astrolore? Oh, there's no room for Astrolore. Drain soul your own minion to make a taunt. So basically, if you kill the 3/3, you get a 3/4 in return with taunt. So and you gain 3 life.
I
Seems
like
good.
it. I like it. So Copa's Rune Axe is doing 3 damage. So
Yeah, the chaotic consumption. There it is. So we probably chaotic consume the Gigafin. But I don't even think whatever. Oh, is there some kind of lethal?
there you go.
I don't see the lethal if there's a lethal.
Hoping for
We're pretty
big hit.
close to a lethal. Oh no, that the consumption is targeted.
Oh, it goes okay.
You get
I thought
to
it was
choose,
random.
which is
Yeah, I
yeah,
forgot.
which is okay. Those hits were actually amazing, but anyways, those mortal eradication hits were actually amazing. Now
Okay.
what?
Yeah. This is rough. Rough board there for Zetrock too.
Is there a defile play? 1, 2, can't get to 3.
So yeah. There's no
Well, we can
where's the
definitely
one?
kill this Gigafin. Where's the 1? You run the 5/5 into the 4/7. So you get a 5/1 of the Sylvanas.
Okay, right. So
You
there's
can
1, 2,
Astrolore
3.
something too to manipulate some numbers. I don't know how you get to 3. You can also get 1 by throwing the 6/12 into 1. So it could be 1, 2. How do we get the 3?
So
3 feels like the hardest one.
yeah.
But maybe you just shoot the 7/4.
6/12 being copied.
I mean, we have to go for it though.
Yeah.
We have to just assume we will find a way. Wait, right? Don't shoot the. Oh,
So there's a quick like a bunny. Okay.
I think you're dead to the. Well, you're not dead to the board, but you are dead to the hand, unfortunately.
Yeah. All right. Zetrock is kind of thinking that they're doomed.
I kind of think that you just have to play Defile there and get as much off the board as possible, and then you could have played Astalor, and then you would have made 2 more taunts. Maybe that was the play. Astalor probably cleans up what's left. I think it's got a pretty high chance, and then you would get taunts. I'm not sure. That was very
That was
difficult to figure
I
out,
was just going to
honestly.
say a lot of big brain things going on there. So it's Zetrock played through their outs, so Copa comes out with a win. Congrats to Copa. See if they are able to do a quick interview, unless it's too late for them since they are in EU land.
Yeah, I would say really well played by both players overall. Like, I thought in general, people played very clean, had clear lines, and navigated some very relatively difficult decks to navigate as well. So
So Copa just needs a quick minute.
sounds good.
Just trying to refresh the page here. Okay, so our Pro Series match is still online. We do have the bands now, so we'll go over that once we are. Actually, we could probably jump onto that before Copa. Want to evaluate that real quick? So
Sure.
we got Jespin banning L-Bomb's Outcast DH and L-Bomb banning Drum Druid. So I do have the stats on screen there for our viewers. So we'll go over that real quick afterwards, but just while we're waiting for Copa to get ready.
Yeah. I mean, I don't have any stats because just being or just fine is uh has weird decks. Like, I see what the strategy is. It is we are targeting control with functionally combo-ish type decks.
And that's all we got to say about that.
Yeah, so I mean, banning the Outcast DH comes as no surprise. Um, the Drum Druid ban is kind of interesting, but probably because I'm just gonna guess that the stats on Miracle and on the Miracle Priest and on the Spell DH are probably not good, just because there are not that many games played. You're probably looking at Diamond to Legend stats. They again, like we just saw the Big Shaman kind of thing. Like,
Yep.
I think that these decks can definitely get wins with the right pilot, knowing the lines, knowing the matchups as well. If you are practicing some of those matchups, for example, behind the scenes, but the stats won't always reflect that, right? So even in the specific matchup stats, so it's hard to say. And that Druid is probably the just best overall deck against lots of stuff. I definitely know that Druid is tough for Mage and Warlock in general, so
Yep.
it does make sense as a ban as well.
Okay. Well, Copa is back if we're ready to do a quick interview with him.
Yeah.
All right, so we'll flip back over to our Legacy series. And we have the Shaman Master, Copa. Congrats on the win tonight.
Sorry. Hey, thanks. Yeah, that was pretty good, I'd say. Um, Honestly, big props to my opponent for breaking this shaman because I played it a lot um, last week
Mm-hmm.
and good. But yeah, it went well for him. So yeah, big props to him. This shaman is very cool. So
We Wild Nine and I were trying to figure out what type of shaman it was, and we said,
yeah,
well,
same.
so they
Um,
didn't. Go ahead.
I was so confused during the first turn because I saw Jazer, Chill Vibes, and something else. And I was like, maybe it's the burn list that Hike used to run. So I was kind of expecting it. And then I saw the prescience, and I was like, okay, that's definitely this deck. Um, so I knew I was fucked, honestly, because my hand was good for like Golem Shaman or maybe Burn Shaman, even though the first game showed that you cannot out armor the Shaman. Um, so yeah, basically I knew I was like completely dead, and just my last chance was to draw Odin, but didn't happen. So
Yeah, we were kind of wondering about that matchup just because also seems like Big Shaman has a lot of combo pieces that has to draw, so it's kind of like a race to whoever gets their
yep,
win condition first, right?
yep,
Basically in that matchup.
yeah, exactly. And to be honest, I was also thinking about from the other side shaman deck that is still doable, much more sketchy, but still doable with ETC. So deep down in my heart, I was like, okay, maybe it's this deck. I still have a chance. But yeah, I saw the Bone Lord and I knew I was cooked.
Yeah, interesting.
That's why I went for the prison first
Right.
to get the 4-mana spell that removes the minion from the game.
Hmm.
So yeah, I knew attacking with the minions or doing anything else was pointless. So I just clicked and prayed.
Yeah, no, when I saw the prison down, I was like, okay, it does seem like Copa knows what's up because this is one of the outs, right? One of the outs
Yep.
is to random some kind of transform effect on the death rattle minion.
Yeah, that was my only art, I think. But you know, it's honestly I'm happy giving the win on this matchup because it's just such a cool deck. So yeah, I'm not sad.
Nice.
Game recognizing game, right? So
Yep, exactly.
Any thoughts about, I mean, you're 5-0 in Legacy so far this
Yep.
season. Any thoughts about how you feel like you're playing? What do you feel like is different this season? Like what would you attribute, so to speak, to your success this season so far?
So the first season I went undefeated actually too. So honestly, it just works well for me in Legacy. I just go with the decks I like, play them well, and honestly, that's it. I love Conquest. I've played so many matches in this format, so I don't know. It's just I don't give much thoughts on it. I just play well, prep a lot, and yeah, sometimes it goes well, sometimes it does not. That's it.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. Like in the Conquest format, if you
Mm,
kind of stick to the decks you feel the most comfortable with and you're playing them really well at a high level, then you're going to push people basically to win
yeah,
3 out of 5, right? So yeah.
exactly.
were you surprised by their mage ban or?
No,
Okay.
Mage is very like probably the best deck in the game, so I'm expecting it to get banned. So yeah, I wasn't surprised, and um, I'm I'm a bit like torn because on the first end it's like okay, I'm sad I cannot play this deck, which I found really fun. But on the other hand, it's like okay, my opponent respects me as a Nega Mage player, so that it's pretty good. So yeah, we take those.
They just don't know your shaman prowess yet. So
Sorry.
I said they don't know your shaman power. That's all.
No, that's fine. But I mean, Shaman is my yeah, it feels like when I'm playing it, so
Yep, that's
I'm
your.
happy if they leave it out.
Mm.
Well, all right. Well, any other questions, Wild Nine?
No, I think that's congratulations though, Copa, on a great season so
Thank
far.
you.
Hopefully, yeah, you and your team are able to keep pushing.
Yeah. Was
Well,
there any?
at least we're going to try.
You have any final thoughts before we let you go? I guess
Mm,
go to sleep at this point in time, since it's what,
yeah.
3 o'clock, 4 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, 3 a.m. It's 3. It's fine. It's fine. Final thoughts. Just like big shout out to my teammates who are very helpful and just very cool people to be around. So I'm just happy to be part of THL and you know playing this fun format, and that's it.
Awesome. Well, thank you. Thank you for being on so late. Appreciate it. I also
Yeah,
appreciate
no problem.
Zetrock for jumping on for their first time being on stream. So
Yep.
awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Take care.
Thanks, you too. Bye.
Bye bye. All right. Pro Series. Copa's such a nice person to talk to. It's the first time I've actually talked to him via stream, so that's good.
Yeah, great.
My first opportunity, I should say. So,
Hmm.
all right. So now we're going pro. We are
Yeah.
going pro. So we kind of already touched base. So
Yeah. So Copa's teammate, basically in pro, is playing because Copa is the captain of this pro team that L-Bomb is on. So yeah, he's still involved in this match in some way.
amazingly, yep. So they are.
Yeah, we covered the band a little bit, right? I'm assuming they're itching to go.
Yeah, they're just they can we can get them started if we want to get them started. I can let
Yeah,
them know.
that's
So
fine. Looks
all
like
right.
they're already up. Is that right?
I think they are. Yeah. So
Oh no, not yet. Sorry, I
oh,
see them. They're preparing. I mean,
preparing. So
I thought the eyeballs were up. Sorry. Yeah, no, I think it'll be interesting. Like in pro is one of those formats where you can, if you see a habit in your opponent, you can kind of target that, right? But the feeling I sometimes get about doing that or going that line is just that you sometimes are forced into decks that you don't play on ladder regularly, or even if you do play on ladder, it's never the matchup you're actually trying to hit anyway. So it's always hard unless you have like practice partners essentially that you're able to work with.
mm-hmm.
And so I think that's like probably the question here. Like I think probably I'm just guessing, but I don't have the stats, but I'm just guessing that just Bean has a good matchup overall here against some of the things that they're seeing. It's just going to be a question of like comfort of play, right? Like, can you navigate the deck well enough? And of course, he's a great player, so I expect we'll see relatively good play here.
Right. So the players are in now. So we got Jespin bringing Demon Hunter and L-Bomb bringing Warrior. So just got to change some of the.
Demon Hunter was
Jespin banned L-Bomb's Demon Hunter.
right. Okay,
And then Druid for Jespin was gone. So
that's right. This is the spell DH.
I had to double look myself. I was like, huh?
I know. I forgot that there's a spell DH here.
So all good. Game 1 of the Pro Series between Imposters versus Remember the Titans.
All right, I am going to try to look at some stats though, because I'm curious.
Just automatic mode for the players.
Okay, well, supposedly spell DH, but again, this is just based on very low sample size, right?
Yeah.
It's not good against Control Warrior, but I have no idea. What is this deck supposed to be good at? That's what I want to know. It's so hard to gauge because it's low sample size and I don't know. This is tough. I'm not sure.
And the players are playing super fast, so it's hard to kind of keep up with what they're doing. Like, okay, so yeah, weapon, okay, yeah, hit face, okay.
It does feel
Nice.
like a lot of the turns maybe in this first set is playing themselves because Warrior is just
Yeah.
drawing.
Give me cards, give me armor, give me
They
Odin.
already have Odin in hand
Yeah.
too, so they don't need to, use this Chorus Rift or anything like that.
Yep.
I guess one thing they could do is, on 5 at least, is this Bellowing Flames, just get the Forge in or something. You could also just equip the weapon from the Warrior perspective. Three mana Eye Beam, yeah, that's fine. And then you can Taste of Chaos and find something. This is a lot of burst in hand, for sure, but
Metamorphosis?
Yeah,
Nope.
okay, just another Eye Beam. But I was just thinking we need more damage, maybe? Although your opponent, okay, there's a shield block. I was gonna say your opponent hasn't really been tossing out tons of damage or anything, or tons of armor gain. So, but that taunt is a little bit annoying. Although we just warband it.
I forgot how this deck works. So,
and then we
Eye Beam and then Bing.
Oh, okay, cool, interesting.
Jespin is just flying.
Yeah, I know, for real. I could this This is not how I play usually, but some people they just have the instinct, right? So
Well, that's it. Yeah, they see the card. Okay, this is my plan. If this comes up, I'm playing this card, and then we're going. So
I mean, when you play this fast, it honestly though to me suggests that there's some level of comfort with this deck.
that's
So whether it was played this season or maybe in a previous season, like it does feel like just been seems to be very comfortable. Like
so chaos. Chorus riff, chaos. Jeez. Chorus riff ripped. Bridge riff reenacting. Okay. It's really no.
Glaive Tar, right on time, basically. Allows you to. Oh, are we gonna dispose of evidence? What are we doing here? No, we're just gonna hit the face.
Hit the face.
One thing that may feel bad is that you expect your opponent to have another taunt in the way if they have another rift, but they actually don't. And we just burned a rift actually. But we're just gonna do armor gain. Yeah, that seems pretty reasonable.
And then 7 to the face. If he didn't hit already, I don't think they did.
Oh, I think they did. Did they? Or did they just miss the attack? No, they. Oh, you're right. They didn't.
Didn't look like they did. I was trying to.
They just missed the attack. Oops.
So there's 5.
Wait, that was kind of interesting because. Wait, this deck plays Feast of Souls? Oh, Feast of Souls, not the other thing. Okay. Okay, that is clear. And you draw 1,000,000 cards. Cool.
Cool.
Aw. Where are your? Oh my gosh, where bottom 8 and you haven't found a single discover a minion card, whatever that thing is called.
Oh, the scythe
Yeah,
minion card thingy.
Feels horrible. Like that's really unfortunate.
That's what you're fishing for, isn't it?
I mean, you need at least one of them to go off because we need we want the what's her face.
We're so good at cards,
dude. The 1/4 damage person who we can give a buff and stuff.
So this is a quiz for chat. So if you know what we're talking about, it's a quiz, dude.
This deck is not played. There's the bounce.
Hey,
we know the name. It's called bounce. There's the lady Steno.
We know what we're talking about. Yeah. We're good.
We also want Crazed Alchemist in theory, but chilled. Do we have lethal somehow?
I don't know. I'm lost in thought right now. So
3, 6, 7, 8, 9,
spell
10.
damage. Spell damage would make sense, but Centeno.
I bet there's got to be a lethal here, right?
So
Steno doesn't do any damage though. It's only one ping now.
So Steno. Oh yeah, that's right. Unless you can't buff it, right? No, you can't. Okay.
Yeah, you just have to equip the weapon, but you're probably dead.
Looking at
I think
8.
this is the right play. Oh, I like that too. Just draw an extra card. Oh wait, no, you don't want to draw an extra card. Okay, gain 1 life. I like that too. Gain 2 life.
7 to the face or 7 to the 8.
Oh, it's got to be to the face.
Yeah. Knock that armor off. And
Craftsman Hammer gains some armor. Hero Power gains some armor. That's actually your only armor gain. Oh, Verse Rift. But, I mean, that's the same as Hero Powering. I mean, you get more damage, but I don't think it's necessary.
You don't expect Spell Demon Hunter to... Yeah, because there's no... Wow.
Okay, so now you have... Oh, Bounce Soul. There it is. Go.
Yeah.
Just play stuff and hope that it's enough. You Crazed Alchemist, you flip it, and then you play stuff. You're going to play your whole hand. Except with Feast. Wait, why do you need... No. Wait, why is that? It's just a spell. That seems weird.
Okay.
Hopefully that's not a problem.
Gonna find out in a second.
I think that was a misplay, but... Oh, it gives it Rush, though. So it does... Okay. And then he's dead. Wow. Wait.
What?
Played too fast. It was a
Oh,
misclick. That was actually lethal, though, I think.
okay.
Oh, that was 100% lethal, actually.
Because I think they probably meant
Oh,
the
no.
2-2 to ruin.
No, they were shooting the face. But the steno probably, like when you play really fast, the steno will attack and is finishing an animation. And so
Okay.
possible that, I mean, is this still lethal? No. Is this still
I
lethal?
think it's
It's so close. Oh my gosh, it's so close.
11.
And then you're dead on the backswing, though.
Yep.
Oh, that's so unfortunate.
No palm.
So unfortunate.
Okay.
Well, it is what it is. I guess that's the physical skill of Hearthstone. You gotta make sure you click on the right thing. I've definitely had that happen, though.
Yeah, I've seen myself kind of look at the screen and say, I didn't touch that. I didn't click that. Yes, you did.
Yeah. Yeah, like because the thing is moving after you've played a card because you've played a spell and now it's moving.
Hmm.
It's very easy while you're like dragging to just overlap for a second or something. That's very unfortunate.
Well,
I mean,
very.
but we know that spell DH can get there against Control Warrior.
Well,
We
that's
just
what I
saw
was
it.
just gonna say. It's just all about turning on the jets and not giving a shit about what's on the board and dealing with it. So
Yeah.
okay, Hellbomb up 1-0 over Jespin. Warlock coming out for Hellbomb and Priest. Jespin's other priest. So,
Trying to figure out how sad is it that the Control Warrior got away. And I don't think it's that bad because you brought Nature Shaman, which means that like Nature Shaman isn't necessarily trying to target Warrior. I mean, it's okay, but it's not trying to target that. So probably you're okay here. You still have Control Lock to maybe get some wins off of. You also have the Mage, although maybe the Mage is more problematic for this Priest. So we'll see.
reverberations from the void.
A lot of cards in this Mage's hand already for some of the combos.
Okay, Warlock. Switcheroo coming in for the priest. What did it switch?
Yeah.
Wow.
Not much.
There's a card we haven't seen. Gadgetzan Auctioneer.
Yeah, part of this Miracle Priest build.
So
I'm just curious, like again, like are we discounting anything anywhere? I guess Love Everlasting is probably pretty useful.
Cannibalize, or are you picking Ruin? Because there's nothing big. I guess so. The 7/7.
Just because.
Yep. If they have Forge of Will, you can just blast it off the planet.
Yeah, but you have a full hand here.
Yeah.
Which is pretty annoying. You just have to throw the Slider Burns out most likely.
Or throw it at the 7/7. Yeah. Right. Or if you want to be really trippy, just throw it at the 1/1.
Yeah. Just
Let's see what stream says when I do this. Oh, a no
we're
play.
fine with burning a card.
Okay.
I think that actually does make sense. I don't know if there's any other card they actually need in their hand.
Okay.
Maybe the Love Everlasting is the worst card that could burn. Yeah, that doesn't matter at all.
Okay.
Interesting. I guess we're just waiting for mana, but interesting that we don't want to just waste some of our resources a little bit. Maybe that's wrong. Like maybe we just need to survive, right? Like if that's all it's about in this matchup, then that makes a lot of sense to just hold a lot of cards. I was just thinking about right, because I just realized, of course, Switcheroo is basically a worthless card, and yeah, you want to kill your own minion here. That makes a lot of sense. Now I understand what's going on. I was like, well, maybe you want to draw cards, but wait a minute. There are no minions left, so that's not correct. We don't need to create hand space at all. We're just, and then yeah, the Light of Burns is a safe way for you to get rid of your own 6/6. And so now you are set, basically. And you're going to play the switcheroo afterwards, and the Gadgetzan in theory after you shuffle your horseman away. I don't know how you kill the horseman though. I guess you need the other Light of Burns.
Guess we'll find out here. I've never ever seen this priest played, so I can't even comment on anything.
I mean, the nice thing is that your opponent's board is flooded.
Yeah. Doomkin.
Okay, yeah, I was going to say it doesn't make a 7/7, but you can steal a mana, which is pretty good.
Okay, Thaddeus at 0.
And everything is 0 now. And so now we just dig. And we look for everything we need. We have 6 mana to do it. That should be more than enough, most likely. Love Everlasting doesn't do us anything good. That will kill the 11/11 though. There's the death. Death kills the horseman.
So this is what, an APM action? So this is more...
Oh, that's good too. Light of Burns. Switcheroo will draw 2 of them.
Wow, this
Impressive.
is way too much APM for me. And then...
I mean, only 6 cards left, so I guess this makes a lot of sense.
So, game's over.
But that's it. Yep.
Jespin comes in with the... You're dead in turn 6.
Yeah. I mean, had all the cards they needed basically pretty early on, so when you draw that well, it's pretty straightforward.
Tied up 1-1.
Very nice.
Oops.
Even with the unfortunate misplay there. So hopefully, I don't know. Sometimes I would feel, I don't know. I don't know if I feel tilted, but I just feel bad that happened.
Yeah.
So it's nice to get the game, to be like, okay, we're fine. Like we can still, win this match. We, come back and get the win instead of going down 2 in the hole, so to speak.
Yeah, I think it's more of... Oh, shoot. I forgot to keep recording the games here. But anyway, it's more of just recognizing, okay, I got to slow down. I got to just look at this for a quick second. So.
Yeah, for sure.
Game 3. Warlock versus Demon Hunter.
All right, take 2 on this spell DH.
Thanks, and Derrican, for the help there, for figuring out. And King Viking, thanks for laughing at our silliness there, trying to figure out which cards are what they're called. So
Yeah, how are we supposed to remember
That's
old
right.
cards?
Mind you, this is 10 minutes ago, so it's lag. All right.
Decent start for Albom having Symphony in hand. I think that's definitely one of the cards we want to see to play on curve or even coin out, perhaps.
Probably going to see that. The coin, and again, players just go and make it fast because they already understand what their tasks are. So
Marcus Gorn can go face if you hero power this 1/1. You could also bound soul and look for something just to set up later. But you need, I guess it doesn't really make that much sense to bound soul at this point, just because if we had 2 of them, it would make more sense, I think. But the 3 damage to face certainly feels good. Ooh, beautiful. Big chart on 4 is definitely going to add some pressure, which is very nice.
yeah, Forge comes down.
Looks like also Albom has the Darkon in hand, which also could come in handy, but I still think you probably, especially with the amount of pressure you're under, essentially, you probably have to... Oh, gosh. Every time. This is the second game that this has happened, where Sargeras came off the top after, right on the turn when Symphony could be played. And is he also still going to get pride? Okay, that you picked so
They're
fast, but
yeah.
that's definitely the best pick given the
Yeah.
situation.
I didn't even
We
see
need-
it myself. I was kind of focused on the.
Yeah, we need pressure.
Okay. And just give spell damage or spell DH some minions to poke with security and a few other things. So to feed the weapon.
Yeah, this is pretty tough to figure. You got the Feast of Souls as well. It's just really quite annoying. That can give you another draw, but you're going to take 18 damage because you're going to run yourself into the 6/4, and then there's going to be a 6/1 left over.
Yep.
So you can definitely find a ping off the Illidar studies. You also have, you still also have Taste of Chaos. Never mind. So you can definitely clear the Reborn afterwards. You'll take 12 damage. It's probably fine, honestly. I guess we have to think a little bit about. Yeah, okay. I like this. This makes sense. I was going to say you have to think a little bit about overdraw as well, of whether you want to set up something. And given that we both have both bound souls in hand, it makes sense to be a little more aggressive here. Oh, another fell through the flame. Very good.
That was a snap or a quick pick anyway. So
Very good play here too to heal up. Makes sense given what your opponent just did.
light bomb. That's pretty good.
Yeah, interesting card there. I don't think you have enough mana to go here though. That's just my guess. Not at all actually thinking and looking. Marcus Scorn could be okay. I guess just a draw. What are we looking for though? I don't know. We're just waiting for more mana probably, mainly.
Sounds about.
Oh wow. Lots of bounce souls here.
Okay.
Oh.
Security.
Yeah, there's not too much that's good there, unfortunately. I guess you draw. Oh, I thought that they wanted to draw here with the. Oh, no, they already played it. Never mind. Oh, okay, we are. Oh, okay. I keep getting surprised by what we're doing. But I guess this also makes sense because we just need mana. We just need to save our mana for later. I just thought that we were going to play that Sigil Runner first, at least.
Yeah, to get another card in hand and rock
Yeah.
and roll. But is Doomkin going to be disruptive in here if they play it?
Oh, I think it's pretty. That's probably the best top deck that they could find on 6.
Slow Demon Hunter down a quick half
Puts a
minute.
body on the board too. Oh, well, we
Ooh.
can also gain 6 life. That's also fine. I kind of just prefer minus 1 mana, plus 1 mana sort of thing. But we found so much healing.
Wow.
Wow.
Oh, okay.
So okay, and then healed it. Okay, that makes sense. Honestly, I think that worked out better because we got the Holy Maki roll. I kind of think Doomkin was probably safer, maybe, but I guess this makes a lot of sense because you don't like creating a board. There are many ways that the spell DH could just finish that off. So being
Right.
at 22, which I think is what they were at before, like that probably doesn't feel that safe. So actually, maybe this just like maybe I'm underestimating essentially how much damage that could be done from hand from the spell DH. So maybe the Doomkin just does nothing, which is very possible.
Okay. So Jespin. Centeno, he's got. Okay. Arcanist. That's all. I was trying to remember who was left. Centeno is still there. So what do you.
Okay, yeah, it does need that card for sure, but can clear, which is very, very, very valuable. I don't know if this. I still can't tell if this Sigil Runner was a misplay or not. I'm not sure.
Well, we know that.
This is what's scary is the Darkon on 6 actually.
Yep.
But you can come back from this. Actually, I think you just have to go.
I don't think you have a choice.
3, 6, 7, 8, but you can't play the Arcanist alongside of it. So you just have to go, which seems correct. I just don't know if there's a lethal here. Okay, that makes sense. Just get it rush. How annoying.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I guess that's fine. Yeah, Unleash Val. And then see where to go from here? We have to draw cards, though. I don't know if we want to shuffle them back. Yeah, I think we just got to go as fast as we can. Oh, that was... I don't think there was any way to hit a lethal there. I'm not sure. Maybe there were some top decks that were lethal, but I don't think so.
Okay, this takes care of the board a little bit, but and you heal 6. Yeah, okay.
Oh,
Okay, so
yeah.
Jespin is saying,
I don't think there's anything else you can do there. There's nothing else that brings you back from that state.
okay. Elbum coming in with a Warlock win. 2
Rainbow
games.
Mage is last.
Where are we? I got Shaman on the board, so I apologize for the viewers out there. So that should have been Mage.
We're going again with the spell DH against the Mage now.
Okay. Game score is currently 2-1 for Elbum. And remember the Titans. Artificer seems a little bit, yeah, okay. I was going to say a little bit weak to throw on the board just because Demon Hunter
Yeah,
gets rid of it pretty easy.
Yeah, seeing more Demon Hunter here. Do you use security? I don't think so, because you want to get a Feast of Souls with it. I noticed that Justman has slowed down.
Yes, yeah, I was just about to say last game he was slowing down a little bit, so. Here we go.
Right,
Star Power, Jellyfish, Frozen Touch. Frozen Touch seems good.
Frozen Touch seems very good.
And you could see next turn Forging, I think.
This is really nice, though. He's going to draw 3 cards. This will put him up to 9. It's a question of, do you ever shoot this? I don't think so.
Nope. Artificer.
Ooh, Artificer.
What are you doing? Molten? Nope. Bolton.
Wow.
Okay, getting rid of 2.
I'm getting a 1/1 and a 2/2.
Yep. 2 charges on your weapon.
Ooh, another Frozen Touch.
Pyroblast.
Oh, we
my
don't
goodness.
want that. Okay. I want the other Frozen Touch. For real? I would love that Frozen Touch.
Yeah, it's an automatic 6.
1 mana Frozen Touches on turn 6? That's a lot of damage.
Mm-hmm. It's a lovely 12 damage right from 2 mana.
Yeah, on turn 6, man. That's crazy.
Or does the mana refresh? I can't remember.
Oh, no. It would be, so if you had 2 frozen touches, assuming that they get
Oh,
infused,
right,
right?
right. Yes,
It
yes,
would
yeah.
just be like on turn 6. You're right. The other copy is going to cost 2, but it's still 4 frozen touches in a turn, right? So that's still 12 damage on 6, which
Yeah.
is insane in my mind. If you got there, I don't know if you'd actually get there though, like that quickly.
Well, there's one charge already, so it's infused, I should say.
Mm-hmm. I will say going wide on the board like that did kind of make it awkward, and also playing the 1/3 armor gain guy did make it awkward for Justine, like because probably he wanted to play the weapon and go face, but
Right.
not able to.
You had to deal with the artificer. Didn't get free armor.
Sometimes infinitize the magnitude is really bad, but these have all been like really good.
I was just going to mention that myself. It's like, okay, all right.
I don't know how many times when I play that card, it just feels like, okay, this is functionally trash. Like even with the 1 mana discount, doesn't really feel that great, but all of these have been really solid.
Yeah, that and filling your hand up, and if you got garbage spells flipping out at you, it just makes life that much worse. But anyway,
Exactly.
in Elbom's case, it's enhancing their play right now.
Yeah, this is a lot of damage. Like he's counting damage right now.
Yeah. That's
That's how
gross.
insane.
That is gross. That's Ron's hateful. Sorry, favorite hateful card. Identity thief. 3 damage to character, so that could go face, right? Oh, wrong one.
Oh, well, pick the card the city though, right?
Yeah. Low cost cards. Wow.
Well, Bound Soul is a lot of damage. That's a lot of just it's a lot of cheap spells right there.
Yeah.
But you need both Bound Souls now, of course, because one damage ping is not going to do much.
Nope. So potentially could. Sistano's not there. Oh, yeah.
Interesting.
Gonna smoke a 1/2.
I mean, maybe I don't know. Somehow he. Wait, what? We're playing it. We're just playing it. I'm so scared. Oh, because everything's still 0. So this was to get the finale. This makes a lot of sense. Okay. Because this is lethal? Question mark.
Well,
Is this
gotta
lethal?
go.
Oh, I think that's lethal.
Yeah, it looks
Holy
like
moly. That is insane.
it. There we go.
Very well done. Very well done. Lethal on 6.
So
clearly, Justine has been playing this deck.
there's hints. There's like subtle hints that he's played this deck.
Just the recognition that we only need 3 attack on this guy and we're fine.
We golden. So down to game 5. THL's favorite words of something Hearthstone that Brushy would say once upon a time ago. I'm messing this all up, so I apologize, Brushy. Game 5.
Indeed. Game 5.
Tied 2-2. Jespin versus Elbom. Going for glory.
So yeah, we get the Nature Shaman against the Rainbow Mage. More combo decks. Decent hand for just Bind. Decent hand for both players, actually. I think Just Bind's hand could definitely be better, though. He probably wants schooling in this matchup. Oh, okay. We're fine.
We're trolling or we're good?
Yeah, we're totally fine.
We Gucci.
And then you just do nothing here.
I gotta play Mage a little bit more. I like playing Mage. That's my favorite class. I just shied away from it this expansion for some reason. But gotta practice more.
Oh, Wait, why?
Holy.
But
Okay.
we saw the schooling. I guess next turn you just play the Jormungers anyway, so you're just like baiting it, I
Mm-hmm.
suppose. I kind of would have saved the coin though, because I kind of like coin cold case better. So personally, I just really like coin cold case. But I guess 4-2-4-1s in this matchup and a 1-3. Yeah, if we're just going all in, I guess this does make a lot of sense. It's just a ton of pressure.
Yeah, you're looking at 9 right now.
Do you reflexes here? That's a really good question. You can definitely find something good. Ooh, bolt's not good.
Nope.
I kind of think reflexes was better with 4 mana though. There's certain 3 mana outs that you really like. With 2 mana left over after the discover, it doesn't feel as clean. I think I would have probably preferred that, but it's hard to say because I know like reflexes is a card that you really prefer to use as part of the combo. It just feels very awkward to pull it in a situation like this for a clear.
Artificer
So
gone.
yeah, so in some sense, I think Elbon going for that coin play and kind of baiting out the schooling essentially works out really nicely because you just make a very awkward turn.
Yep. And 8 damage to face to a shaman. That's I don't think they have heal, do they, in their deck, right? They can't heal.
No, they can discover the lifesteal thing that, yeah, words. Lifesteal thing, altered chord. Is that
Oh,
the name
okay,
of it?
okay. Oh, look at that. Hex again? No. Okay.
I mean, next turn you're going to Golganeth and destroy everything and gain life. So I guess you don't really care about all this stuff coming on the board. I guess, well, your minion will soak some damage too. But you are at 10, which is fairly scary.
Yep. I was just going to say, your life total right now is looking icky, and you got 8 on the board that could potentially go all face if it wanted to.
But honestly, you have really good follow-up from here.
Let's see, 0 cost.
I guess
Okay.
you're wondering, should you keep the Golganeth alive? What's the order here? There's a chance if everything hits the Golganeth, which, I mean, it's a small chance, that it doesn't survive. So I guess you play the spirits first. I would have kind of liked. Oh, I see. I see. You're also trying to soak damage from your
Right.
face because you're just worried that your opponent's going to burst you
Yep.
to nothing.
And which
And
is
actually, it was very close because they drew a Molten Rune, and so they could have done quite a lot of damage there. But yeah, we just shoot the get rid of the Titan,
Mhm.
and now we go double flash and hero power, and you will find lethal. I promise. Not really, but I just believe. I just believe. Honestly, with this deck, that's just what I would do. But I'm not saying it's right. But I would just believe.
Hey, what you heard it here. Wild Knives guaranteed lethal this turn. Wait a second. Joking.
All right, yeah, like we don't have lethal right now, but but we're gonna find it. We're going.
It's gonna
Find
be
it,
there.
everyone.
We're confident. Oh, no rush. Okay.
Those are taunts though.
Yeah. Those are
We didn't
big-
find it, unfortunately.
big boy taunts. Okay,
I
so
mean,
what
oh
is
gosh, this is like the worst.
what does Radiance get you?
That was nearly the worst draw that they could have gotten. Oh, this is just looking horrible. I mean, you could also choose not to go here. That is an actual option. The sad thing is, I think this game is over because this one card, Inquisitive Creation, is going to absolutely end the game.
Bioluminescence thrown here, and what do we have on our lightning
only
bolt?
12.
And we're going
This
face.
functions as a 2-turn, essentially. It's basically saying
I'm all in.
If you can't remove this board, then we're in business. But he's gonna play one card, and I think we're gonna see a concede.
Yep. Hi.
Oh,
Forge.
that's not. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
1 mana off lethal.
Yeah. Okay. That just sets the tone, and L-Bomb comes out.
Okay, actually, he could draw 5 cards here. No, that wasn't it. I was talking about the guy that unlocks your crystals and draws a bunch of cards.
Yep.
Okay,
Crash of
okay,
Thunder.
we're not quite dead yet.
Flash of Lightning.
We can't play any of this except for Zap, and we're dead.
Okay.
That's unfortunate.
Okay.
I don't know. I still think that's right. You just got to believe, I guess.
You just got to roll. You got to go with it. So.
Okay, maybe like I said, after he doesn't get it though, there is a world where I guess he could have taken the turn off, but the hand was so bad too. Like it's really unfortunate. The hand wasn't good, and that top deck was probably one of the worst ones that he could have gotten.
Okay. Gonna see if L-Bomb is going to be able to work in an interview here. And they are willing to get interviewed. Okay. Oops. Spell their name right. And L-Bomb. Congrats on the win.
Howdy doody. Thank you.
Yeah,
I broke the curse. I can finally win games in pro. I promise.
I was gonna say it's always nice to get the first one right in the
Yeah,
season.
the last 4 weeks don't count.
For sure. It starts over every week. So
week
good.
one starts. Yeah, that's week one repeats.
This was actually week 1. I don't know what you guys are talking about. The last couple of those didn't matter.
Well, I appreciate you coming on the reveal show. So yeah, week 1 is just starting. So
yeah, exactly.
What were your thoughts about the matchups? You saw a bunch of combo-ish type decks, right? Like once the lineups were revealed. How are you feeling, thinking, coming into the matchup? What were your thoughts?
Yeah, so I got a little bit spooked when I opened up the website this morning and I saw other priest on there. That's you never want to see the word other in your opponent's lineup because you know that means they're cooking up something spicy. But one of my friends, Maddie, she actually plays like a ton of combo decks. So I've played against this priest deck before when I've just been scrimming with her because she was considering bringing it this week. So I saw that and I had that like pit in my stomach. I was like, oh no. And then I was like, wait a minute, I know this matchup. And so I kind of like, calmed down a little bit. And then I ended up misplaying against it anyway. I ended up playing the Doomkin with the Warlock when I should have played the Okani. So that's on me, but it got out, but we got there.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, that makes sense actually, I guess, right? The Okani makes it really difficult for them to pull off that combo, and then they have to find a way to remove a 2/6, which is kind of weird.
Yeah. So
Interesting.
you almost always pick minion in that matchup.
Right.
And so they usually just go spell, some sort of like removal spell to clear that. The 4 mana minus 2 minus O clears it
Right.
because it gives it to 0 attack. So it's definitely like play aroundable, but it delays their combo by a turn, and usually you can find some sort of disruption. But yeah, I don't think it mattered. They had everything. I would have just
Yeah.
gotten comboed off next turn anyway.
Yeah, they had everything. But
It was gross. It was really gross.
I think that they would have top decked like a silence too or something. So
Yeah.
I think that had ways of dealing with that Okani as well. Any thoughts, Saku? Sorry.
oh, sorry, I realized my my mic was muted. Hey,
No
welcome
worries.
back.
Welcome back.
Was there any well, besides the ban, was there anything else that you were eyeballing out of his lineup?
Not specifically. I was debating between banning Nature Shaman and Drum Druid, because I've had bad experiences against Nature Shaman, even in matchups that are favored. Like I feel like they just always have it against me. And I didn't want to, get tilted into that like game 1 and then be, off of like off center the rest of the matches, just like, oh man, that Nature Shaman, right? But they ended up playing it last, so it wasn't something I had to worry about. So I think I ended up making the right call with the ban. And I'm glad my Outcast DH got banned because I'm not super confident on that deck. So I was like, oh, I don't have to play that. That's nice.
Yeah, I mean, it's such a threat though, I think, especially into the lineup that you're up against, I would say overall. So
Oh yeah, it definitely is. That's why I've been bringing it. It's just ban bait.
yeah, yeah, no, I can understand that just because it does have a lot of good matchups against a lot of decks that are popular right now, right? So
Yeah, it's so good.
It goes fast and
It punch face.
yeah, a
I had
very
lethal
nasty
with it on
individual.
turn 4 the other day. It was disgusting.
yeah, that can definitely happen.
All right, so week 1 win. Any
of course. Looking forward to a great rest of the season.
Exactly. 3 more games left, or 4 more games. I can't remember how many weeks are left within Pro Series, but any opponents you're looking forward to matching up against? If you took a look at your schedule.
Not particularly. I really haven't looked into my schedule at all. I just got back in school a couple weeks back, so I've been really focusing on class. I haven't even hit Legend yet this season, so we're still working on that. But I've been pretty happy with how I've been doing in Legacy. Pro could, we could be doing a little bit better, but for the amount of Hearthstone I've played versus doing class stuff, I'm pretty happy with how I'm doing.
That's good. That's good. And your teammates are equally as confident. Like you said, you're drawing on some. You got Hustle on your team. I'm sorry. Joking.
I was gonna say, Elbom, you kind of drew the short straw, right? Because normally in pro, when you lose, you could like move down in seed, but you're still playing in the 3 seed, so
Yeah, I started out at the first seed. I'm like, this doesn't feel correct.
but it's just that unfortunately, your teammates are like forcing you to play higher, right? Like even though you haven't had the results, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But you're doing
But,
fine. I mean, obviously you played well, and yeah, I'm sure that you
yeah.
can play in the seed for sure. But it's just like
I'm used to being high seed too. In Legacy, I'm our number 1 seed.
Okay.
Yeah, there you go. Well, that's how you learn, right? You just get better, play better people.
Exactly.
Yeah, and you get a pretty damn good captain too in Copa. So
yeah, love Copa.
Yeah, and to battle against shaman, any shamans, they would know. So
exactly, I got the insider knowledge.
That's right, the creator. All right, any final words before we let you go for the evening?
Thanks for having me. Glad to be on stream for a second time. I've won both games on stream. Call that 100% win rate.
There you go.
Nice. That just means you got to play more on stream.
Exactly.
Well, it didn't
every
cope.
pro match for the rest of the season.
I will make sure to schedule my next match on Friday night.
There you go.
Friday or Sunday or Saturday, because Wild9 does hopping on Saturdays every off Saturday. So yeah, happy to have you on the stream. So
yeah, thanks for having me.
You got it. Enjoy your evening.
You as well.
Okay, man, Fast and Furious games seem like the 2 hours, 3 hours that we just put in. Very entertaining. We get to see some big shaman floating around. We get to see Copa working their magic there with shaman, and I was trying to remember the other decks they brought, but yeah. Any surprises for you?
No,
tonight?
I mean it was fun to watch a lot of the combo-ish decks too, like getting that big shaman in, watching that miracle priest, but just in general the nature shamans and things like that too. Like I think the meta's interesting. Like a lot of the decks we saw today were less board based. We never got to see the paladin, and there were no mech rogues, right?
Mm-hmm.
So just a lot of the matchups being more of the resource oriented type matchups, and those are always very interesting to see how people navigate the lines and figure out when to go off and stuff. Like even that spell DH matchup that we saw, just knowing like, oh yeah, I think I do have it here actually, even though it doesn't initially, like if you're not comfortable with that kind of combo, right? And then we also see combos fizzle out, right? Like in that last game too. So
that's right.
Yeah, but it's fun to be able to watch them and like kind of like think from this perspective and see the decks from those lines, right? Instead of maybe the board based ones are interesting too, but just maybe in a very different way.
Yeah, different spin on it, and we got to see how those players navigated their way through. So it's awesome. I was just trying to think. Did you have any matches coming up on Saturday?
I'm not sure yet. There may be a trios match, just one.
Okay.
So if there is going to be a match, it would be a trios match tomorrow night, but not 100% sure. Got to confirm and see.
Okay. So take that as a hint. Anybody that's viewing our lovely Twitch channel tonight, if you want to be on stream, just message myself because Sunday's pretty much open right now. I was kind of having it tentatively shut down on Sunday just because of my availability. Could be not good because of the tropical storm / Hurricane Lee that's buzzing around out there. The nature shaman doing things to Nova Scotia and the east coast of the U.S. So
The real life nature shaman.
that's right. So Mother Nature. So no pluses, no plus twos, no plus ones. So no bioluminescence or anything activated. It's just nature. So anyway, digress. So yeah, anybody wants to be on stream, just hit Wild9, Zelia Kari, or myself. Be happy to have you on stream. I believe there's going to be something coming up out of your league on Saturday morning at 10 a.m. I should say. So stay tuned for any kind of information on the THL Discord. But outside of that, any final words before we let everybody go for their evening?
I think out of your league is 9 a.m.
Is it 9?
Time?
Is it 9?
I think
Okay.
it's 9 a.m. Eastern time.
I thought it was
think,
10.
Yeah.
Maybe it's 10 my time.
I
Maybe
should
that's
know
where
this
I'm
because
at.
I'm supposed to be on there tomorrow morning.
Hey, so yeah.
So hopefully that's correct. And I'm not an hour early.
You imagine.
It's better to be an hour early than an hour late, though. So.
True. So, all right. So tune in to Out of Our League with a host, Azelia Kari, and Bone Asher working some of the buttons in the back. And I'm not sure who else. Well, I guess that you'll have to tune in to find out who Wild9 is bringing on the show. So, hey, thanks for joining. Thanks for watching. Thanks for all the players there jumping on tonight. So that's Jespin and Elbaum with the most recent match, and obviously Copa, who's probably asleep by now, versus Zetrock. So appreciate you players adding to THL's content. So, anywho, best wishes to everybody on the East Coast, again with Hurricane Lee, Tropical Storm Lee, whatever we're going to call this weather pattern that's happening. Be safe, and we will see you Saturday morning. Take care, everybody.
Bye.